Nobody's gonna love me like you do. It's your voodoo, and I'm so amazed. Resurrect me from my grave. You love me, I'm your slave, but that's how you do. We can not be in love. No boundaries, your love surrounding me. But I'll win it all because I got you. It's all about you, yeah. Be not ashamed, 'cause I love everything about you. I'm attuned to you. We can not be in love. No boundaries, your love surrounding me. Needle in the haystack, you found me. Balanced on my chakras, I'm grounded, I'm locked on my lockers. Astounded by what love can do when I'm loving you. No boundaries, your love surrounding me. 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 I'm just a magician, looking for some loving. Hoping you'll give me a chance. I wanna join your coven. We can do a ritual to marriage it, everything mystical. You mind if I lick it slow? Without you, I've been miserable. I guess I need some company. I need my women crush Wednesday humping me. Call your girlfriend, now they jumping me. Open his portals, guess it's up to me. Manifestation, have your way with me, goddess. I submit to your grace. Set your intentions. You can do it all while sitting on my face.
Come on, get happy. A whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy. We'll make you happy. We'll make you happy.
Once you see the devil's horns, it's too late. Once the storm come, all you do is wait. Undermining the fate of the young black youth for the state. With two strikes, the irony, the enemy won't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Label us property, then tell us to get our rights. That's like my knife fighting for his life. Human contraband, carrying a concealed weapon, praying to get to heaven. You gotta hear the insanity of millions of guys who don't know that they guys. They hide behind their squad on the stage so the hoes can apply. Don't tell me I'm wrong, don't tell me I'm right. I'm a beacon in the darkness of night, just bringing the light, visualizing the womb. The matrix, hatred, leads us out of the tomb. No waiting, see that day come soon. It's the apocalypse, nigga. Horns stand for wisdom, inherited from my father. My body's become a prison. My mind blooms, ideas flower, free from prison. Life is sweet and sour, war and serenity, slavery and divinity. They wondering what's gotten into me. I'm not a man or a god, I'm an entity. My ancestors sending me on a victory lap, just trying to be where Nipsey was at. Real recognize real, so I'm tipping my cap. Elevated, but my center's intact. The true saint come around, sinners react. The crusade back in play, and I'm on the attack. Came with the Tommy like Will and Men in Black. This is divine timing, ain't no turning back. Diamond shining, I remember we was cold, man. in black. They sold my ancestors, but I stole them back.
It's the apocalypse, nigga. It's the apocalypse, nigga. It's the apocalypse, nigga. It's the apocalypse, nigga. It's the apocalypse,
Don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but terror and doom looms from error and sad tools. Comparison to that dude, I'm mirrored in that too. They scared of my bad moves, but I got a bag too. You better get back, move, because the missiles is locked, malicious pistols is cocked. The army very different from cops. I observe, listen and watch. Hall of Fame, the way I'm pitching the rock. The same shit from the lip, just a chip from the block. Nope, see, you niggas ain't ready. Nope, you niggas ain't ready. Revelation, contemplation, transformation. It's Friday the 13th, and guess who playing Jason? You niggas ain't ready. Nope, you niggas ain't ready. Nope, you niggas ain't ready. Revelation, contemplation, transformation. Friday the 13th, and guess who playing Jason? It's me, nigga. I seen it in my crystal ball under the mistletoe. I seen this shit crystal clear. They feel like they getting close. The timing already here. They feel like I didn't know. My ancestors had me prepared. I'm using a different scope because the missiles is locked, malicious pistols are cocked. The army different from cops. I observe, I listen and watch. Hall of Fame, the way I'm pitching the rock. The same shit from the lip, just a chip from the block. No, these niggas ain't ready. Nope, these niggas ain't ready. Revelation, contemplation, transformation. It's Friday the 13th, and guess who playing Jason? It's me, nigga. Nope, you niggas ain't ready. No, you niggas ain't ready. Nope, you niggas ain't. You niggas, Revelation, contemplation, transformation. Friday the 13th, and guess who playing Jason?
Small town boy, big city dreams. Broke boy with $1 million scheme. Don't you wanna join the $1 million team? No biggie, it was all just a dream. It was all just a dream. Things appear real, but it's not as it seems. You can have all that you need, but still don't know the importance of a seed. Late nights with Apollo made a creed that if I get on, I'ma share no greed. And we all grow weed, and we all proceed like make you feel this way. $1 million make you feel this way. Got a brand new crib, and it's all feng shui, Got a brand new bitch, and she take down Quay. Look it up, we like the stars in the sky in the day, look at us. Make you feel this way, $1 million make you feel this way, Make you feel this way, $1 million make you feel this way,
Peace and calm waters to the collective, man. It's the Hood Mystic, representing www.hoodmystic.com, whiterabbitpsych.com, and of course, colombianexchange.com. I have an exciting show planned for you today as we discuss this full moon. This show is going to be a little different, but kind of the same. I want this to be very intuitive on my behalf, right? I don't want to have it pre-programmed or pre-understood. I really just want to have a conversation to where we could just be in the moment. We could be in the energy of the full moon and really understand and understand what this energy is about, not based upon everything that I know, but pulling from dimensions that I don't know. So with that being said, I have my trusty dusty tarot card. The bottom card on this deck, as I just pulled it up, is the Six of Cups, pleasure, you know, it is a pleasure for me to serve the collective. I'm gonna be talking about some astrology. I'm gonna pull up my chart. I'm gonna show how this energy is affecting me, right? Yeah, I'm just so excited, and I hope that people have an open mind and an open understanding. I hope that you're able to take notes, because when we get into that part of the build, I will have some noteworthy things to discuss. As sirens pass by, you know, sirens are generally a good sign for things to come. So I share that energy with you. And it's always a base on intention. A lot of times, if we don't know, if we're not sure, and things turn out the way that we don't want them to turn out, maybe if you were just a little bit more intentional, things will go your way. So the first card that I'm pulling, ironically, right? We can start the share screen right now. Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. It's the Hood Mystic with another video. So I already had this queued up to discuss this card. So just to let everybody know that we're in a specific alignment today, you know. Shout out to y'all for watching this video. Shout out to those who watch this video post alive. If you're watching this video, just know that you're in alignment. And there are 16 people in the chat. Can we put some ones in the chat for the algorithm and for my, peace of mind that you can hear what I'm saying and things of that nature? Just let me know that you're in alignment with the one in the chat, please. Because if you're not in alignment, you're not in alignment, and that's a horrible place to be when all you have to do is simply be in alignment. So let's discuss this adjustment card. Let's discuss this because the reason that I pulled this up, because today I wanted to talk to y'all about some Hebrew. So I was going to correspond the Hebrew Lamed to the adjustment card, which would be the tarot card for the full moon. But I'm gonna also talk about some Virgo energy because in the true sidereal, this full moon takes place in Virgo, but in regular sidereal Vedic, it takes place in Libra. So it's a combination of energies. It's a variation of energies. And let me just say the reason that is because Virgo is the largest sign in the constellation. So it bleeds into energies and areas that we will call Libra in traditional astrology. So just giving you the understanding, the overstanding, and the understanding, because in reality, you may have to be true to yourself but also wear a mask because that's the ways for which the energy of the environment is talking about, where you got to kind of wear a mask per se, and not in a bad way, because everybody does not deserve your true self, right? Don't be so pressed to be your true self around people when they're not even going to appreciate it or even recognize it for what it is. So basically, we're talking about making an adjustment. And trust me, making an adjustment for the better is a good thing, right? So for the algorithm, just for sake of mind, peace of my heart, understand and overstand, like the video, please, 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 right? Like the video if making changes for the better is a good thing, right? Please, whether you're watching this video and it's not live, if it is live, most definitely take the time, the 3 seconds to like the video. It goes a long way for the channel. This is something that I do as a it's not a hobby. It's much more serious than a hobby. However, I would just calmly, peacefully, but aggressively ask you to hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you so kindly. Okay. So adjustment, changes for the better. And this card rules Libra. So these changes come in the form of the relationship where you begin to understand, and this energy is very close to me, the energy of adjustment, because my Aries, because I put an article out on the Substack, did a video about it, Aries through the houses. And we're going to continue that series on the Substack. Make sure you subscribe. You don't have to pay money to subscribe, but you do have to pay money to read the article. However, and I think in the next 2 weeks it becomes free. So if you just hold your horses and be a little bit patient, all the paid articles will eventually become free. But to get early access to the articles, go ahead and subscribe to the Substack for as little as $5 a month. Long story short, though, I put an article out called Aries Through the Houses. Okay. And in that, I realized that my Aries is in my seventh house. And so, because Aries is in my seventh house, that basically meant that the ways for which I choose relationships, I really need to be careful about it. And also dealing with me, I have Pluto and Saturn within my Libra, but Libra is in my first house because Libra is opposed Aries in the chart. So basically, my relationships, my partnerships, and my overall life is changing in reference to this full moon. And the interesting thing about this full moon is that it's the first full moon after the major eclipse season. However, there is a way to get to what you want. Everybody wants the thing, but they don't want to do the thing to get the thing. And that's what adjustment is. Of course, you want the thing, right? Do you want the thing or not? Yes or no? Whatever the thing is for you, right? Some of us want a bigger booty. Some of us want a longer eggplant. Some of us want, hoop earrings. Some of us want to go to the Beyonce concert. Some of us want to go to Mars. I don't know what your thing is. Parliament Funkadelic, they have a song called I've Got a Thing, right? You have a thing. But in order to get the thing, you have to do the thing. And the thing is not abstract. The thing, so to get the thing is different for everybody. But to do the thing is the same for everybody because we are human beings. And we can bear witness. I seen a goddamn maroon Bentley today. That showed me people's out here getting money and driving nice cars. So you can bear witness that human beings have a potential to maximize their life down on earth. And in reference to how or what or when or where or what you actually do, the conversation that I want to have today with you is kind of centered on adjustment because I want to have a conversation that says this is the thing that we all must do to get whatever it is that we want. And I'm very grateful and thankful to Spirit for giving me a voice and giving me a conciseness and giving me the ability to help my people accomplish what they want to accomplish. So that is my heart, being grateful to God to give me the ability to help you. And because God has given me that ability and that conciseness and that voice, I don't want anything in return from you except maybe to hit one in the chat from time to time and to like the video, to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and things of that nature. Other than that, I'm just grateful that God has given me a solution to my enormous amount of problems, right? So give thanks to God, one's in the chat. And then, if you don't want to give thanks to God and you want to, hate God for whatever reason, go ahead and put it too in the chat. I appreciate you. And moderators, you know what to do after that. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously. So the next card we got. So we started off the card. The bottom card of the deck was the Six of Cups, which represents pleasure. Where does pleasure come from? Pleasure comes from Tifereth. Actually, pleasure comes from when you look yourself in the mirror and you love the person that you see in the mirror. There is no other version of pleasure. So when you look at the Six of Cups, it's very simple to balance your emotions by doing the things that make you sweat, by doing the things that really challenge you and challenge your body the best that you can. And for some people, They're not active. They don't do anything. So as little as walking in the park, walking for a mile, walking for 2 miles is about the best thing you can do to feel pleasure in life. Because spending $40 on some poontang is not the pleasure that you really want to go for. Because even though you might last for 5 minutes, the overall version of pleasure is going to dwindle down once that 5 minutes is over. For sustained, lasting pleasure, we have to begin to take care of our vessel. As spiritual beings, the awakening is when you begin to take care of your vessel every single day and you eat right and you understand that the more that you take care of your vessel, the more that you're able to express God's light. If you decide to eat bad things, if you decide to be lazy and you decide to get all fat, not of shape and not of breath and no stretching, no your hips all closed out, you ain't even did no hip whiteners, ain't took a walk, then eventually the body is going to dwindle, and whatever you might want to say or whatever you might want to do, you're not going to be physically able to do it. You want to be 60, 70, 80 with a good body and a sharp mind. And whatever age you are now, how you take care of yourself now is going to reverberate when you get 60, 70, 80, and 90. Because the reality of 60, 70, 80, and 90 is that the bills don't stop coming because you get older. The only reality is that you're not able to work as much. So, how you take care of your money, how you take care of your body is the true foundations of pleasure. Moving into adjustment. What is the thing? Because I'm going to tell you the thing, but I'm going to tell you the thing later. I'm going to build up to the thing, but I'll tell you now because I don't want to waste time. And maybe you just need to hear this and go on about your day. But the thing is parasympathetic nervous system, relaxation, and calm. The energy, the title of this video is Calm Waters, Calm Emotions. It starts with your thoughts. Your thoughts trigger emotions. Those emotions put you into fight or flight in situations and circumstances where fight or flight is not required. Thus, where you're thinking about a solution, God is giving you a solution right now, but you're not calm enough to see it. So the thing for you to get the thing, you're able to get the thing if you just relax. Can you put a 1 in the chat for me in the algorithm if that makes sense? Right? The thing for everybody. There is nobody that must be in fight or flight to receive what it is that they want. I've got a thing, you've got a thing, we all got a thing. Everybody has got a thing. In order to get it, you got to actually tune in to the Parliament Funkadelic frequency and relax and tune into concepts outside of your conscious mind. And when you're able to do that, then whatever you want, you're able to have. But if you truly don't relax and you truly allow whatever circumstances or situations or surroundings to infiltrate your mind to make you feel bad in a space where you actually don't need to feel bad, because even though you might be in a fucked up position or a fucked up situation and you want to get out that situation, actually focusing on it creates this, is you expand what you focus on. So you literally have to Jedi mind trick yourself. And the way that you Jedi mind trick yourself is to relax. That is the adjustment. That is the thing. Right? And the 6 of this, which breaks into Taurus energy, right? The middle aspect of Taurus is automatic success, guaranteed success if you calm the fuck down. Because you have to begin to assess some shit, right? It's some basic fundamental rules about this existence. Nobody told you anything about anything of who the fuck knows of why anybody is here doing any specific thing, especially if you live in a city. It's all types of debauchery and sirens and double bacon fried burgers and unnecessary shit in this world. And here we are trying to wear all white and do offerings to Obatala and your neighbor, crip walking and having a kickback, smoking blunts and drinking liquor and shit. We live in a world where it's complete randomness, and the only sense that you can make is within your mind. So a good exercise for the 6 of this energy is to simply do this, right? This is what you do: sit alone with yourself and conquer your mind. Whatever, because you don't want to be alone, and you don't want to sit with yourself, and you don't want to put the phone down, and you don't want to cut off the TV, and you don't want to put the phone down because your mind is there. Now, you got to actually say, okay, bitch, talking to your mind, of course. You're not a bitch, but your mind is a bitch, right? If especially if it's holding you back from your greatest self, right? If it's no reason for you to sit there and say, I feel horrible, but yet and still you still feel horrible, then your mind is a bitch. You need to start treating it as such. Tell that motherfucker to square up. Get a sword, get an AK-47, get any weapon of your choice, and you start tearing down your obstacles. You defeat and conquer your mind. The more you defeat and conquer the mind, the more relaxed your body becomes in a meditative sense. But if you look at your mind as fucking King Koopa, Big Bad Wolf, I will blow your house down, then you'll never sit with yourself. Therefore, you'll never actually relax. Relaxation is not something that you actually have to fool yourself into thinking that you're doing. I'm going to sit back, relax, and scroll on my phone. No, it's not actually relaxing. Actually relaxing is not even going to sleep. I'm going to lay back and go to sleep. That's not relaxing either. You have to literally stay awake and deal with your mind, because your mind is air. We're talking about Libra, and we're talking about the mental. It's not real. And once you understand that it's not real, then the actual reality that you want to live becomes easy to access. Because your obstacles are not real. The things that hold you back are not real. But in your mind, that shit is real. That's the problem. That's the adjustment that one has to make in reference to the full moon energy. The sun is in sidereal Aries. A new beginning. The moon is in Libra. Libra is ruled by Lamed, or adjustment. The thing. What is the thing? To relax. Now, it's in the 7th house, relationships and partnerships. Guess where you must learn how to relax? Within your relationships and partnerships. To be mentally at a place of peace within your relationship is an inside job. Both parties have to do this work to then come to a understanding and overstanding of gratitude and thankfulness, balancing out the scales. See, the balancing out the scales, when you're a manipulative person, when you're a user and abuser, when shit don't work out for you, it's because of this energy right here. When you are not favored, it's because of this energy right here. When you are mentally distraught, it's because of this energy right here. You're not balancing out the scales, and your ego is never going to balance out the scale. What you want, what you desire, what you are fighting for, what you are working towards, it's never going to balance out the scales, because to get that, you have to manipulate, you have to lie, you have to steal, you have to grab, you have to hurt, you have to manipulate, you have to backstab, you have to do 1,000,001 different things to get this one thing that God didn't even want you to fucking have. And then the scales is not balanced, so you think you going somewhere, but really you looking dumb as fuck. One's in the chat if you see people online doing shit looking dumb as hell. And it's not, and it's okay to try, because I try every single day. I try every single day. But at the end of the day, it's a level of being realistic. And to say, okay, this is getting movement, this is getting traction, or this ain't working, I need to make an adjustment. Because then it says, if I need to make an adjustment, how do I make an adjustment? I make an adjustment from God. So what's the difference then what I've been doing this whole entire time? I've been trying to force it. And when you're trying to force it, it's never going to work. Even when you think it's going to work. Even when the boy is green. Even when the girl is gullible, right? Even when you can have your way in the relationship, if you don't balance the scales, then the actual thing is not going to work. And you like, damn, I thought this was going to be an easy one, right? I had one for sure, right? But if you're doing all the work, you got to then look at the person next to you and say, well, I understand your reasoning that you're giving me, but what is your reasoning that you're giving God? Because I'm an empathetic person. I might be fucking autistic at a certain level because I just let shit slide once in the chat. I let it go. Whatever you want to do, I'm fine with it. But you're gonna have to answer to God. Whatever you think you getting away with, however scot free you think you getting scot free, it's actually not going to balance out the way you think it's going to balance out because God, Anubis said that this wasn't balanced. So what are the things that you have to fucking do? Sun and Aries. What is your vision? That's an easy thing to do. Because the vision, right? Because the vision, Ganesha rules Aries. Ganesha is an obstacle remover. Okay? Now, the obstacle remover and the vision are equated to one another. Because God wouldn't give you a vision if you couldn't manifest it. But are you receiving the message for real, or are you forcing the issue? Because if you haven't meditated and relaxed and received, you're more or less ego in it, and then more or less this energy forays into the imbalanced state. So let's look at some charts while we're here. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. If you're just now joining me, go ahead and hit the like button, right? It really helps the algorithm. It brings more people to the channel, brings more attention to the truth. More people get the truth, more people share the truth, and life is perfect, right? So all you got to do is hit the like button for a perfect existence. I'm not even lying to you. So when we look at this chart, we have, like I stated earlier, the sun in sidereal Aries, the moon transiting sidereal Libra / Virgo. But the main part that we want to talk about, peace to Wu Got It, stream me and Wu Got It song. Damn, my memory be crazy, bro. Field day, because I be trying to be quick with it. My brain got to shift it. You know what I'm saying? Field day. Wu Got It. All DSPs. Stream his album Crossroads. All DSPs. Crow at the Crossroads, rather. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to Wu Got It. Shout out to the tribe. Thank y'all for joining me. Yeah, non-members can get a paid reading with me. You would have to just visit hoodmystic.setmore.com, book a mini reading, book whatever reading that suits you. But hoodmystic.setmore.com is where it all goes down at. But yeah, the main part, the main part of this actual chart that we want to look at is Pluto and sidereal Capricorn. The title of this video was going to be in between a rock and a hard place, but then I settled with calm waters because in the midst of in the midst of being in a rock in a hard place, the only thing you could begin to do is feel. And it's sad, but it's also good. And don't get me wrong when I say it's sad that most people never been to jail and experienced solitary confinement. It's good though, because you never went to jail, you never committed no crimes or ever got caught for a crime. So that's good. but you need to be isolated by yourself sometimes, or even had a moment to just completely silence the mind and not be interacted or codependent. Because in jail, you could be codependent with your bunkie. Like, you could be emotionally attached to your bunkie. Like, what up, bunk? Let's play cards. And you all just playing cards with the nigga. And so you just tapped into the nigga so deeply. But sometimes you be in jail and you fuck up and you go to the hole and you mad about it, you sad about it. But day 3 or 4, you like, oh, this is lit. This is kind of lit for real. Cause it's just me. And it's sad that most people have never experienced just themselves and their thoughts. Because even your thoughts or your ego creates a life of its own when thinking about what it has to do. And really, the part of you that says, I need to do XYZ is the part of you that really ain't shit for real. And it dominates. It dominates. Right? And then Pluto comes into the Capricorn, and now life is looking weird. And the part of you that has dominated for so long is disabled. But if you don't believe in God, boy, you petrified, terrified, and claustrophobic between a rock and a hard place. But between a rock and a hard place for a believer, for a knower, is being protected. You're being protected. But you wouldn't see it that way because you think that what you need to do is what you actually need to do. Well, good luck with that, because that's ultimately the thing that's going to dominate you and keep you in the limbo state. But Pluto, in this actual energy that's bringing about change, this change that's about to come, now we're about to enter into energy where you're about to be able to build this new life that you want. You're able to build it and start it and create it based upon the vision that you have for yourself. And that's all you need to fixate and focus on. This vision that you have for yourself, and then the relationships that are going to contribute to this vision. Because what's the point of being in relationships and knowing that they're not going to contribute, but you may love and like them, or you may be close to them. You might have grown up with them. You might have been have an emotional attachment to them, but God has given you a vision for your life to go forward and live a good life and be around people that's going to help you. The Pluto energy is the reality that maybe you may feel alone, maybe you may feel isolated, but when you actually move into your new energy and you begin to meet your new friends and you move into this new cycle, everything will make sense. But the reality is the shifts and the transformations now, and being alone and not being understood of what you should or should do, it's a resolve for that, and it's called relaxation and calm. So let's get into some deeper conversations. I think I want to deal with, well, I can just show my chart just to give you guys a understanding and overstanding of how to do chart readings or transit readings, because this is probably one of the most difficult things about astrology, but one of the most beneficial things about astrology, being able to look at a transit chart and then look at your chart. Because for me, in my chart, the moon is conjunct my Pluto in the first house. So the energy that I've been feeling has been the energy that I've been feeling for my whole life. The life that I always wanted for myself is starting for me. The relationship that I've always wanted my whole life, I'm in it. It's like an ability for me to actually see myself, transform myself, be the person that I always want to be. Is in my first house, is in my Aries house. This is my chart. This is my energy. And now, since Saturn is in my first house, what I'm really getting into is the working out thing. And really, really getting into the workout, getting really, really into the cardio, getting really like just building my strength up every single day, like transforming myself. So now everything that I'm doing, really, I'm just chilling for real. Like I know that I'm in transformation mode because I know if I work hard and diligently apply what I need to apply and nobody interrupts me or gets in my way, then everything that I want out of life I'm able to have because I'm actively acting within the best version of myself because I see it for myself and I actually study my chart. And I'm saying this because we all need to study our chart and we all need to get an understanding and overstanding on studying charts. That's why on my site, ColumbianExchange.com, I got my Hood Mystic book bundle on sale for 50% off. Right? It's been going for 88. Now you can get Astrology Explained, How to Read Natal Charts, Chakra Nova Journal, the Shadow Work Journal, and You Are a Spiritual Being have
Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Oh, you got the earphones up. Oh, I see what happened. Can you cut that you know alright. My cord had came out. So basically what I was saying is my moon is in the ninth house and I travel a lot and I travel a lot for work, but I travel a lot in the realm of like mental health and just healing people all day, basically. But my business or my Capricorn, which Pluto is in my Capricorn, been in my Capricorn, been in my fourth house. My business is home based, but I'm always kind of like a home based business type of person. So just like study your chart, understanding your chart is actually understanding yourself. Says still can't hear. Check, check, one, two. Oh, I see what I did.
check 1 2. Check 1 2. Hopefully y'all can hear me all right. Just keep it posted if y'all can hear me. All right, all right. Thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for that. Sheesh. So let's continue on. This nakshatra. Well, let's just address this because it's going to be a train of. It's going to be like a train of consciousness right here. But we'll just start with this aspect if we can. So we'll look at all planet nakshatras. If I can find it. If I can find it. So we look at all planet nakshatras and we see the moon for the full moon is going to be in Swati nakshatra. Swati's purpose is Artha, and Artha means generating income and wealth so you can provide shelter and food for your body. right? That's part of the spiritual process, right? That's part of this spiritual process. Part of knowing that you is in alignment is because you are generating income and wealth, because your soul don't want you to be broke, busted, and disgusted. It's going to send you clients, it's going to send you customers, it's going to send you subscribers, it's going to send you members out the wazoo as long as you connect to that part of you. And if you are trying to connect to people, stop. Just connect to yourself. And once you connect to yourself, the next part is that it sends you what you need to generate the income and wealth. But you also got to actually be real with yourself. Are you being the healthiest that you can be? And the reason that I say health, health is actually wealth. The real wealth is health. Because having all the money in the world and not being able to enjoy it is a whole different thing. So, another resource that we can tap into to deal with the Swati Nakshatra. This book is called The Untold Nakshatras. It's on Everand or Scrib, whatever you guys like to call it. And whatever is being called, whoever bought it today. Swati means good or too much. The literal meaning of the word Swati is too good, right? So when you think about how things should be, it's like it's one thing for it to be good, like you paying your bills, but that's not really the energy of this full moon. The energy of this moon is to get what you have and more than what you have, like more than enough, having wealth, too much money, too much, like the prize, because you actually trust and receive, it becomes way bigger than you actually think it's going to be. And so moving further, when we try to get a grasp of what these fixed stars or nakshatras really represent, we try to just find different connections. And so the connection for the Swati nakshatra is found in the fixed star, if I can find it. The fixed star Arcturus, right? And so once we get Swati nakshatra, then we find that it's connected to the star or planetary system known as Arcturus. You can do your research on that. Then we can find basic information on this fixed star and this energy, what we should actually be fixated and focused on. I'm going to just come off the rip and say Arcturus is said to give prosperity from work. So you have to put in the work to get the prosperity with this energy. Strong desires, a tendency to excess, a fondness for rural pursuits, together with some liking for occultism. So what would that look like in real terms? For me, it's probably going to look like going to Ohio and doing some mound building, doing some mound gritting, because whatever the stars have got me an opportunity to, get up out of here and do some mounding, right? So that is a rural pursuit with some liking for occultism, because I'm for sure going to be with the shrooms and tapped into the mounds and seeing what downloads the ancestors have for us. But this energy gives riches, honors, and high renown, self determination, and prosperity by navigation and voyages. So when you talk about the seventh, eighth, ninth houses, you got to get up off your ass. To find your perfect partner, you got to get out your city. Wherever, you got to get up off your ass. To like, you're not going to find the person that you actually supposed to be with in the city that, like, not to say, of course, you're going to be at the city where you probably find somebody, but y'all are supposed to come from two different walks of life. That's love. you got to feel like, damn, if I ain't take a left on this corner, I would have never met this girl. If I ain't make a decision to get up out of this small ass city, I would have never met this man. You got to start thinking on that. And that's what the 7th, 8th, and 9th house is about. But even in a deeper sense, when you're trying to find your soul, 7th, 8th, 9th house energy is getting up off your ass and traveling. Now, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th house, you should have been figuring shit out so you would have some resources about yourself so you can travel. But the 1st house, how people perceive you. The 2nd house, planting seeds. The 3rd house, communicating with God. The 4th house, love. The 5th house, putting on for your city. I put on for my city. The 6th house, working. The 7th house is saying, okay, now I'm ready to get out there and find what I need to find. Whether it's myself, a partner, whatever it is. It's an adventure. It's a quest. That's what life is. If you don't look at life like that, then what is you looking at life like? Probably some mental turmoil. I'm not good enough. I'll never be good enough. Masochist, hate yourself type of energy. But if you was able to take yourself seriously, take your vessel seriously, take your mind seriously, regulate your emotions, how many days do you waste by feeling? How many days do you say, it's Saturday, I'm off work, I can do X, Y, and Z, but you sit in bed, smoke joints, drink wine, and order DoorDash and binge watch Netflix shows. But you said you wanted to start a business. But the lure of having an extra dollars in your checking account is just fucking up your head a little bit. You just gotta spend 40 on DoorDash because it's for sure not gonna break you. And at least you have 60 left over. So all of these particular things are not Arcturian, right? So we can deal with the level of channeling. Edgar Casey channeled the Arcturus is one of the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy. It exists in the 5th dimension and is the prototype for Earth's future. Its energies work as an emotional, mental, and spiritual healers for humanity. It is also an energy gateway which humans pass during death and rebirth. It functions as a gateway station for non-physical consciousness to become accustomed to physicality. Arcturus is that which individuals pass when the individual must choose as to whether it should return to Earth or to pass on to others. This is both a step in soul evolution. So my Pluto is actually conjunct Arcturus. So I personally align with this particular energy. And basically, it's the real deal Holyfield, right? It's the people that's actually here to really try to help your motherfucking ass. Because everybody will have you in this 3D consciousness, whether they're talking spirituality or not. So we also want to be able to look at the fixed star for the moon, which another star associated with it is Surma. Now, Surma is a fixed star that's associated with Virgo. It's a fixed star that's associated with the goddess's either dress or her feet. Right? So what is this energy actually talking about, right? It's actually talking about a concept basically that we know in real life called sundress season, right? Sundress season is like the realization of a man's dreams, right? It's like the epicenter, it's the shifting of an energy. It's like, oh my God, it's spring. I forgot what spring even felt like. It's like if you ever with somebody and you really love them, after a period of either being lonely or with somebody that you don't love, this is what this energy is about. It's actually feeling alive. And if you're not actually doing the thing where you're feeling it in your pussy, feeling it in your dick, sorry to be graphic, but you actually have to cleanse out your energy to get to a primal point of truth. That's the seventh house. That's the eighth house. Now, everybody wants to travel and live a life, but it's going to start with, and it don't even have to be, because you could get a partner, like a business partner, and you would do way more in life than you would do with an actual romantic partner if you actually think about it, depending on the person that you are. But it's not to exclude one or the other. You can have a marriage and a business partner, right? But think about partnership as a means to change your life, whether you in a marriage or whether you are solo dolo and you got a business partner. But the overall thing is that you're not going to be able to do it alone, but you also have an ability to change your life and change your energy. So Surma is the Greek word for train of address, right? And the word is applied to as a star name in recent time. So basically, this star system is fortunate for success, material matters, careers, leadership, ability, the ability to conquer, mental keenness. This is the same thing that I was talking about, the ability to conquer your mind. You conquer your mind because you know who you are, right? I don't know everybody's spiritual history, right? But if you anything like me, you have to begin to really figure out who you truly are. And in order to figure out who you truly are, you need to kick ass mentally. A demanding person, one who is thoughtful, a serious person, brings on melancholy, one who is a hard worker, a determined person, an adventurer, right? That's what I said. This energy is all about finding your adventure, even for a weekend, even for a day. Stop acting like that job or whatever you got, your business, whatever is so important, and Google a state park with a freshwater pond or something, and put your feet in the fucking pond, or walk in the ocean, or I said walk in the ocean, but you get what I'm saying. Walk in nature, go visit the ocean, do something that reference adventure, go in a hiking trail, right? A private person, a rise followed by a fall, one who is enduring, a sincere person, a self centered person, causes self destruction, and probably turbulence. So you can also see the opposite to the energy, because most people don't know that they need to beat their mind's ass. They need to put their mind's ass in a DDT, figure four, leg lock, like beat it into submission, MMA style. Most people coddle and console their mind, and actually feel like their mind is a safe space, but their mind is not even something that even allows them to even receive the messages from God. It's people right now that live in this world that don't even believe in God because their mind is so flooded with ego thoughts, right? They can't even get to a point where they ever be able to perceive God, because in the self destruction is the mental, and that's this actual Virgo Libra energy. So a lot of people will experience these types of things. So let's deal with the Sabian symbols to this particular energy, which is 10 degrees Libra and 10 degrees Aries. First things first, the moon is at 10 degrees Libra, which is a canoe that approaches safely. And I didn't even know it said this. Adventures bring new experiences. So it's like so many different things and so many different websites. It just feels like all of these niggas have to converge together and say, hey, y'all, we going to put all of the same things on our web pages. I don't think it works like that. I think that it's a certain type of alignment that works with spiritual development. And if you're on a train of thought, you can know what you need to do. And you can either not do it and say, fuck that adventure shit. I'm about to clock in on 8 o'clock tomorrow. Hood. Fuck that shit. I got to get this money at this job or whatever. And if that's an adventure to you, that's an adventure to you. But those who have ears, please listen. What adventure are you going to take either today or this week or this weekend? What mode of adventure are you taking? I already told y'all what I'm going to do. I'm going to dedicate myself to some mounds, go to Ohio, and absorb some energy. Another aspect, yet quiet time enables assimilation. Assimilation to God. What does assimilation mean? Because I just see ass and I'm just trying to figure out what it means because I went to public school and they didn't teach us a lot of words like that. The process of taking in and fully understanding information and ideas. So remember when I told y'all previously, it's good that you never went to jail and you never got into solitary confinement. I'm happy for you that you never took that route. But it's also bad because you never had quiet time and you never been able to take yourself in from a spiritual point. What I was able to do was hear music within my mind that never sounded like nothing. It sounded very crisp, like I was listening to a CD of just the most beautiful jazz music ever. And it just went on and on and on and on and different chord switches and changes. It was like the best musicians ever. And it was just within myself being able to take that in. And even now I can forget shit too. So even thinking about it, triggering it is making me think like, okay, it's really something in being able to like get some earplugs and go to sleep with earplugs or something, because really getting that quiet time mentally will allow for assimilation, being able to take the self or the soul in, because the ego needs to be in a parasympathetic mode to be able to receive who it truly is. So if you fixate it and focus on what you need to do, and the other side is God already got your ass taken care of, motherfucker. He already got your motherfucking back. It's shit coming down the pipeline you don't even know yet. You just feel like you got to do it all by yourself. You got to figure it all out. But if you had quiet time, you would be able to assimilate. Appreciation and realization of what has occurred, right? Poise and calm reflection. So this is why we're titling this full moon energy Calm Waters. Because if you're able to be emotionally calm, you'll be able to tap into God force energy. That is the thing. And it's no, well, not me, hood. I gotta drink 440s and get turned up and cuss my girl out, and then I'm able to tap into God Force energy, hood. I take 4 Percocets, nigga. You don't know about the Percocets. I take lean Percocets and some loud weed to tap into God, nigga. You need to tap into these Percocets. Like, no, you addicted to drugs, and you ain't even saying that. You saying something different. You need to say what you really doing. If only I knew how. So, the Sabian symbol for this energy, let me just do a double check. 440s to tap into God sacred. That's how they gotta do it. Tap into them other realms. So the Sabian symbol for the sun, for this full moon, is a man teaching new forms for old symbols. So this is why we're going to foray into just a little bit of things, but we're going to more or less end the video. But I'm just saying, it's very important in our spiritual development to never give up on our spiritual development. I know that sounds kind of oxymoronic, but if you started something, you need to get back and finish it. You need to go back to those old journals and old notebooks, because it's keys and codes in your old understandings. Whatever broke you through can continue to break you through, but generally rather, people stop doing the thing that's good for them for whatever reason. I don't know why. That's what we do. Right? But you have to figure out how you tap in, how do you break through, and get good at that, right? So reviewing old understandings, like I stated earlier, this will be me going, because I'm just giving you real life examples of how I work with the energy instead of hitting you with the mumbo jumbo express, right? If you look to the clouds and the skies and the da and the brah and da, and then magically you'll float into the air and you'll find a man that's going to love you for you. And no, all of that shit is bullshit. If it don't make sense in real life, if you can't deduce it to a real life action, it's bullshit. And think that you on some spiritual miracle shit if you want to. You going to crash out. Cause I've been in this game long enough to see all of the girls be so spiritual and have spiritual boyfriends, and they did them just like the hood niggas. They got them knocked up and they left. And now the baby named Nefer. Not a baby named Osiris instead of Rahim. Not a baby named Isis instead of Shaniqua. That's the only difference. They did the same thing in the guise of spirituality and head wraps. It was a bunch of nasty shit taking place in the spiritual community. So people talk shit about TikTok and Instagram. No, y'all should have seen it in them Facebook days in the early 2000s. It was nasty work. So please, 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 don't be acting like this spiritual shit is real. It ain't real if you can't deduce it to an action. That's Aries energy. If your vision can't be deduced to an action today, then fuck it. It's not a real vision. God don't give you a vision that you can't act on in this moment. You can start taking notes for your book right now. Oh, I want to write a book. How much research you did? None. Okay, we know what we're doing for the next however long. We're going to do research, organize our research, create a bomb-ass outline. Once we get our outline, we're going to start building upon our outline. Once we flesh that all out, get it edited, and now we got a book. So this energy shows mature wisdom to see our emotional dramas as symbolic. So we was having a conversation about dreams, and obviously I was fucking an abusive husband in my dreams and punching, but obviously I'm not like that. I'm not abusive. I don't hit. I never even I don't be hitting or nothing like that. I'm not that type of person on no level. However, what is the symbolic nature of the dream of me being Ike Turner? I don't know, right? I don't know, but it obviously have to mean something, right? But sometimes you have a dream about your husband cheating on you. Do it mean that he cheating on you? Probably. You know what I'm saying? Probably not. But how caught up are you going to be in the drama of the dream? Or how caught up are you going to be caught up in the drama of the thought or the emotion? When you're an emotional person, that means you dramatic. You bring a drama into somebody's life. Emotions is drama. When you got drama within yourself, you and your partner have drama too. Because what's the flip side of these particular energies? Hey, babe, I did a bunch of organizing and fixing and moving and shaking and rooming and grooving and got things popping and it's all good. It's great. It's Gucci. I'm just doing it and doing it well. Like LL Cool J. Remember that song? It go like doing it and doing it and doing it well. That was me today. I was doing it well. But why wouldn't you give your partner that? Because your emotional drama. But your emotional drama is also symbolic to you being a punk ass bitch. Right? Because this energy is also very much of your thoughts is like air. Air is not real. But if you ever, if you don't conquer your mind and you have a thought that you don't fight back against, That shit is crazy. We all been in situations where the mind, the motherfucking threw on the Mike Tyson gloves, right? Hit you with the side step. Bop, bop, bop. When you done failed, now you just laid out, fucked up for the day because of a thought. So actually, so the Aries energy is our expressive energy, is how we're going to visualize things and move through this cycle. We can't actually move through this cycle righteously by being afraid of ourselves, being afraid that our vision is not going to come to light, because we are allowing our negative thoughts to say, well, you ain't going to be able to move. You ain't going to be able to buy a new car. You're not going to be able to graduate. You ain't going to be able to find nobody. You ain't going to buy, nobody going to love you. You ain't going to start that business. These are all thoughts that you have. So this is why you got to channel Ganesha. This is why you got to do, we talked about solar eclipse energy, role opener work. But a lot of times people don't take seriously the new moon energy because it's not salacious. You don't see the star and the sun in the sky. But that's the most important work, because if the road was open, your road would be open and you would be dealing with the energy. I'm presently dealing with the energy, not to brag or boast, because boy, I'll be fucking up sometimes. Real talk. But shit, I'm real serious about my intentions with my business though. I'm real serious about how I look, how I feel, how I'm going to take care of Kyrie first in 2024 or 2025. Like, Kyrie is going to be taken care of. Because at that point, if Kyrie is taken care of, then in my mind, Kyrie can take care of everybody else. But Kyrie can't take care of everybody else and not take care of Kyrie, because this is not going to actually work out in nobody's favor. Everybody loses. So when you start to take care of yourself, maybe you can teach other people to take care of themselves, and it becomes an easier, better life. But that integration period of trying to change and institute different things that never been introduced before is very tough. But at the same time, you have to understand the scales need to balance, and you can't be the one that's like, all right, I'll be all the weight on one side and the other side will just be dangling and we'll be fine. Because love and affection, Rihanna and SZA. That's a song. Uniqueness and perception and attitude. Because you've done the work, you're able to perceive and also have a proper attitude. Because I understand the road opener work. If I understand the road opener work, my disposition is happy, because I also was in a position where I wasn't in the energy of role opening, and everything that motherfuckers was doing was irritating me. And I took it very personal. My kids, everybody, I just took it personal, because I'm like, I'm just trying to integrate and I'm trying to show y'all better. And they're like, no, we ain't with it. And that affected my ego. But if I'm trying to show you better and you don't want to do better, it's not my job to give a fuck. I'm not going to force you. You never see an ad for a doctor. You ever notice that? You ever seen an advertisement for a family health doctor? I've never seen it. But I'm sure, what's the most wealthiest job? A doctor. They don't do no advertising. They don't do no promotion. Because why the fuck do I gotta advertise and promote to you to say, let me help you? It don't make sense. You should want to be helped. Leave the advertising for Coca-Cola and Cheez-Its and Capri Suns, because that's the shit that's going to poison you. People sell trillions of dollars of drugs in this country. I never heard a nigga say, hey, dog, I got these drugs for sale. Because people going to get the drugs any fucking way. You don't have to actually promote and advertise like you think you do. You actually need to be the person that has the value and stand on that. I don't know how shit happens the way it happens for me. I really made a flip and switch in my life when I fixated and focused on providing value to people. When I deal with people on a financial level or on a business level, I just personally provide value to them, and I trust that they're going to make the right decisions. Do they always make the right decisions? Fuck no, but it's not my responsibility, because the people that do make the right decisions, they're going to live a better and happy life. And because they live a better and happy life, it helps my business because they become repeat customers because they know what it is. I got people like that in my life right now that I really could get online and say, fuck all you motherfuckers and kiss my ass. But the reality is that I don't live in that truth. Like, I'm just really just the type of person that understands that if I ever got something, I naturally have to share it out, because that's the way that I begin to get things. Some people don't operate on that. Some people are very selfish. Some people don't think that they have to share. Some people don't think that they have a voice. But I understand also that I'm the worst of all of y'all. I understand that if you decided to do and share and spread your voice, you would do far and above and beyond anything that I could ever do. I'm just the nigga that be like the nigga with the scruffy beard to let niggas know, like, you can do it if you want to. If this nigga can do it, you could do it. As we mature, we need to cast off previous models of reality and reinterpret past experiences, seeing them more clearly as metaphors having deeper meaning than we saw when we previously absorbed in self-establishment. We are better able and more prepared now to contemplate our feelings as symbolic indicators rather than get lost in them. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, to not feel those feelings, but observe those feelings. Don't feel the feelings, observe the feelings, because you'll be trying to rationalize some shit that's not real. Calm those waters. Calm that mind. So real quick, we have a full moon. The sun is in the constellation of Aries. The moon is in true sidereal Virgo, right down at the bottom. And the energy of this, well, let me just show y'all real quick. I'll show y'all one thing, and then we'll talk about it. The Kabbalists associated. So what we're talking about now is fixed star Surma, right? And the Kabbalists associated this fixed star with the Hebrew letter Gamel and the third tarot trump, the Empress. Okay, now Gamel, the word Gamel is derived from the word Gamol, which in Hebrew means both the giving of reward as well as the giving of punishment. So with that understanding, you have to really determine what spectrum are you in. Have you been taking the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, sixth houses seriously, where you've been self-evaluating, putting the work in to become the best version of yourself, because you want to relate, because you want to create, because you want to travel, because you want to see the world, because you want to take advantage? Or are you throwing a pity party? Pity party energy will not balance the scales. So Saturn, which the third deacon of Libra is ruled by Saturn. Saturn rewards, but it also punishes. But you also can relate it to being conscious or being dense. Be it high vibrational or being low vibrational, right? And high vibrational represents the reward. Low vibrational represents the punishment. In Torah, both reward and punishment have the same ultimate aim: the rectification of the soul to merit and receive God's light to the fullest extent. So when we're living in this world and we're trying to manifest and do everything that we need to do, the reality is all you should be trying to do is receive God's light. This is all you should be trying to do. But the problem with spiritual people, they do not believe in God. Spiritual people are the most demonic on the planet. They think the ego is going to be their salvation. They're going to figure it all out. They got all of the plans within their mind. All they need to do is get the right reading, get the right information. And once that takes place, it's all going to work out for them. And it never really works out. It never pans out because spirituality is not the key. The key is to be able to receive God's light. Understand who you truly are. Do what you need to do. Now, how does one do it? And I said this earlier, but I'll end it and I'll say it again. When we practice mindfulness and meditation and focus on deep, relaxed breaths, we can turn our sympathetic nervous system off, turn off our sympathetic nervous system, and turn on our parasympathetic nervous system, which calms us down and helps us relax. When we're talking about our body, when we're talking about our chakras, we have to learn how to relax. Are you stressed or are you calm? Are you stressed out because you've been programming yourself to be stressed out, because you've been programming yourself to not have and to wish and to want? Or are you calm because you believe in God and you know that God is going to take care of you? You know that God is a provider. You know that all you have to do is do what you need to do. And once you do what you need to do, you'll be rewarded. Why is that so complicated? Why is that so hard? Because you rather think that you think you can do it by yourself. You think that there is no God because you haven't calmed your mind down ever. You never quieted your mind. You only been thinking about what you're going to do tomorrow. What's going to happen in a month? What you going to do when you get your check paid? When you going to do when you get that new house? Where you going to drive when you get that new car? It's all you thinking about. And since you don't have it, you're going to stress yourself out. But you can say one thing to say, I'll never have a place to stay. I'll never get a car. I'll never have any money. Or one day I will. But until then, I'm just going to stay in the right frame of mind until I do. That's your choice. So what we're talking about is the autonomic nervous system, which is an automatic system that is outside of conscious control, that regulates bodily processes such as heartbeat, breathing, and digestion, which is a great thing. Why is that a great thing? Because the nigga that cheated on you, you would use your conscious mind to be like, well, my heart won't even breathe. I'll just stop breathing. I'll stop digesting food because he broke my heart. Good thing, because we'd all been done killed ourselves by now. Right? It is vital for helping you remain in a state of equilibrium in response to cues from the environment. The autonomic system is made up of the sympathetic nervous system, which ready the body for action, increase heart rate, sugar, and the parasympathetic system, which enables the body to relax, promotes digestion, and lowers heart rate. The sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve fibers converge at plexuses. You probably heard this in the realm of solar plexus, i.e. the solar plexus chakra, which is a body cavity, right? A cavity is a hole, but that hole is energy. This energy is confounded by groups of nerve cells that are bundled together, branching outward toward the body and organs that relay messages to the brain. So your thoughts, based upon how you feel, is going to be completely different if you're in fight or flight versus if you're in relaxed calm mode. This is the fight. This is the thing. Because when you are in this energy, your thoughts will change when you're calm and relaxed. When you don't care about what's going to happen tomorrow, you're only caring about what God has to say in this moment. Four of these main blah, 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 blah. So basically, the position and connection to the vital organs can also be correlated with the main chakras of the body. And I know you're probably wondering, damn, I wish it was a book that talked about this. Guess what? There is. I've written one. It's called Chakra Nova. It's available now on my website, Columbian Exchange. You can get it now and save 20% with no promo code. Heavy airplay all day. Get this book, understand and understand your chakras. Go ahead, read the reviews. Right? We've been talking about this book for years. Many people don't know about it. Many people do. My man's told me he was on a random train traveling from Washington, D.C. up to Philly, and he seen this white lady reading the book. You feel me? So, internationally known, world-renowned book. It's affordable, and it's going to key you into your chakras. It's going to key you into your body, and it's going to help you get the proper thoughts that's coming from God instead of the thoughts that's coming from the ego that are limitless, but they don't actually get you nowhere. This is the work that I do every single day. This is the work that I will continue to do every single day. And I'm just letting you know that, I've got the channels, I've got the downloads, and it's great. But if you don't do the work, it doesn't matter. And this is people that's far away from me and the people closest to me. I cannot do the work for you. You have to understand your chart. You have to balance your chakras. You have to do your shadow work. You have to understand and understand who you are for your damn self. Knowing me is not going to help you not one bit, other than you might got access to the information. But shit, knowing me, you still got to buy the fucking book. If my mama wants the book, she would have to buy it. I don't really bar nobody when it comes to this shit because I'll never know who taking it seriously because there have been too many people that have orbited around me thinking that that was the key to salvation. This is not a popularity contest. This is not a group thing. You need to see who you are for yourself, because if I tell you you a goddess reincarnated from Atlantis and you want to sell some ass for $40, guess what? You going to sell ass for $40, and what I said ain't going to ever matter. And that's the truth. Y'all got a boyfriend right now that ain't on your level, but you still gonna be with him because you don't know who you are. You need to be with somebody that's on a mission, that knows who they are, but you with a nigga that was sending you DMs and Instagram. You fell in love with a nigga off Facebook Messenger. That ain't right and exact. But I'm like, man, we back on it. I'm about to run this back up, get some ads going for these books, let the people know, like, man, like, I can't say that I lost myself, but I can definitely say that I found myself, right? I don't think I ever really, truly lost myself, but man, sometimes you got to go down and get back up again. And the reality is that if you ever in that position where you feel down, also know that you can get back up again by just releasing and surrendering. And then doing the next best thing, taking care of yourself, taking care of your vessel. Every time I go to the gym, I get a new order. It's so crazy. It's almost like clockwork. And it's like God telling me, if you want this money, you're going to have to work out. So with that being said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all enjoyed the information that I shared. And you can go ahead and share the video if you don't mind. I would really appreciate it. Like the video if you haven't. Give me a comment on the video if you don't mind. Whatever you can do to support the channel, I really, really do appreciate it. It's always the little things that go the longest. Well, however that saying goes, but appreciate you guys for all of the support. And thank you guys for watching, helping me grow this channel to, what it was to where it is now. Right. And just be on the lookout for more videos from me on various spiritual topics in reference to spirituality, occultism, current events, relationships, things like that, man. If I like talking about it, I'm gonna talk about it. History, it don't matter, man. You know, I'm just all things mysticism, all things spirituality. And other than that, man, email me if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything that we've talked about in this video, or maybe it's something that you want us to do a video on, that it's a topic that you want us to cover. Shout out to Initiate, Sacred Serpent, AD, Jabri, shout out to Woo, Lamar, shout out to you, brother. Appreciate all of your support through the years. Yes, yes, yes. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Y'all have a wonderful night. Make sure y'all do something special for the full moon to make this energy sacred. Peace to you and your loved ones. I'm the Hood Mystic signing off. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.
Your favorite astrologer's favorite astrologer.